Hey skiers, it's Bob with SkiEssentials.com. Welcome to our 2025 ski test. Got an all-new Blizzard Black Pearl 94 for you today. The whole Black Pearl line has been revamped. Easy to say that this 94 is the replacement for the outgoing 97, occupying the widest ski in the Black Pearl line, and as a result, the most soft snow oriented. As you get wider in these skis, you're going to be adding a little bit of mass and a little bit of stiffness. So it is kind of natural to guess that this 94 is better suited for advanced to expert skiers, although they do a great job at making it lighter and a little bit more accessible if you're looking for something to progress on intermediate through advanced. Not the worst choice in the world. They certainly made it more accessible for those types of skiers through a new shape and profile, but they did up the build to make it more high performance and more stable and solid on firmer snow. So it's a bit of a balancing act from Blizzard here, kind of making a friendlier shape but a stronger build. And they've really done a great job from the ground up. At 94, it really makes sense for a true all-mountain ski, maybe with a little bit of an emphasis towards softer snow, but you're going to be spending most of your time on trail. Maybe you simply prefer a wider ski for on-trail skiing, but definitely opens up off-trail adventure, trees, powder, anything that is kind of days-old snow, crud and chop, stuff like that. That's where this 94 is really gonna come in handy. But with the all-new construction, we do start with a new layer of fiberglass with carbon stringers woven into it along the bottom. And then on top of that, we get their True Blend wood core. So their True Blend all-mountain wood core consists of poplar and beech. So the beech is the denser wood. That runs tip to tail through the middle of the ski in a vertical stringer there. And then as you get closer to the middle, the beech gets shorter and wider. So they're putting more of an emphasis on the underfoot zone in terms of density and power, while the poplar that goes along the sides, that adds a lighter swing weight and kind of a more manageable feeling in softer snow. So a very sophisticated way of building that wood core. And then their FlexForm metal technology goes on top of that, and I like to think of it as one full sheet of metal broken into three pieces. So the first piece that goes right on top of the wood core is a center strip of Titanal, and that kind of doubles down on those beech stringers. So they're really putting an emphasis on the central spine, really the backbone of the ski, making it strong and stable. And then another layer of fiberglass, and on top of that, we get the remaining strips of Titanal that go along the edges of the ski. So that's adding that edge grip and power to the sides, and really just does a good job of mixing these different attributes. So strength through the middle, grip on the sides, and playfulness due to the shape and profile. A pretty darn sophisticated way of building a ski. Really fun to kind of watch their videos of how they go about constructing their skis and all the thoughts and engineering that goes into it. Pretty impressive stuff. This is the 164. We're on the scale here at 1,738 grams. So less than 1,800 grams for a ski with a full sheet of metal is on the lighter side, and you really can feel that energy come through. But again, the impressive part is how they maintain that stability and power. 14.5 meter turn radius, slightly longer than the Black Pearl 88 in this length, indicating that there is a little bit less of a dramatic side cut. Anytime you're making a slightly straighter ski, you're increasing the maneuverability of it. So you're able to shift from side to side easier without it hooking, but more of a drifty style. So they're adding that soft snow capabilities to this 94. But we really start to see some differences between the 94 and the 97 when it comes to shape and profile. These orange parts on the bases indicate where the rocker starts and what portion of the ski is rockered. And that, especially in the tail, is considerably more than what we saw in the Black Pearl 97, which had a very relatively flat tail compared to other skis in the 97 millimeter range. But a little bit flatter of a cambered profile also than what we've seen in the past. And again, that kind of allows skiers to be a little bit more shifty and drifty with their turns, accessing the side cut for the carving power, but really being able to mix it up. With the tip shape and rocker, very interesting how they go about making this very dramatic splay. There's a lot of skis with a much flatter profile, and what Blizzard's accomplishing with this is a slightly longer effective edge because they're using the splay to kind of coincide or boost the rocker, I should say, making this a very kind of scooped tip shape, so it's going to pop out of the snow if it gets deep. But if it's not deep, then you get the benefit of a longer effective edge. So you get edge contact sooner into the ski. There's not a dramatic amount of taper here, so it's not like you're just floating along, drifting along. There is a good amount of responsiveness. Kind of the driftiness takes place in the middle of the ski, and then what we see in this new tail profile. So these older Black Pearl 97s, it was very much a flatter tail. And that was great for on-trail carving and kind of directional crud busting performance, but it wasn't very playful. So in order to add a little bit of creativity to this ski, Blizzard increased that tail rocker. Not a huge difference in taper, still kind of a rounded, relatively average taper, but really that tail rocker really opens up this ski. I think thinking about it as like an unlocked Black Pearl 97 is kind of the way that I've been thinking about it, because they're giving you the power and the performance that we've always had, but unlocking a versatile character that this ski never has really had. So I think we're going to see a whole lot more people enjoying this. It's kind of interesting because they do have the Shiva 9, which is kind of a similar overall shape, but this thing holds up a lot better on firmer snow. So if you're kind of in that zone of on-trail, off-trail, and want to lean a little bit more towards power, precision, and stability, Black Pearl 94 is a way to go. But if you're more adventurous and you really like kind of being more creative and searching out softer snow, then that Shiva is great. But even within Blizzard's line, it's cool to see how they're really kind of fine-tuning their ski construction to aim at a very specific target. But loving these new Black Pearl 84s. Really cool skis. Check these things out here at skiessentials.com, and we'll see you out there on the hill. Bye.